Friday. Your presence on today's show, the importance increased here just in the last couple hours with this story about Lone Tree still being in play for a Broncos Stadium. For the people who are getting off of work and didn't realize that news, tell our listeners what they need to know.
Well, the Lone Tree mayor acknowledged for the first time, or addressed for the first time, that they had meetings. They do have an area off Ridgegate where they're looking to develop, and the stadium would be a nice place to if it was up to Lone Tree, I think they would, and they are considering a stadium and the surrounding neighborhood that the Walton Penners group are considering, along with other sites, which is Burnham Yard. Burnham Yard, guys, I think it's received a lot of attention here lately, and rightly so. I do think that's the preferred site. But from what I understand, there are the word I heard was thorny. There's a lot of issues there as far as having to purchase multiple parcels, and you're dealing with a little more red tape with the government, the city of Denver, and the state of Colorado. So there's a chance that they don't wind up at Burnham Yard, and so they're keeping all their options open. Irons in the fire, and Lone Tree, I think, is a very appealing site. Maybe not people north of the city, but Colorado Springs would like that, I would think. And then Aurora also, from what I understand, has put together a pretty solid proposal too. I think Aurora might be, the dark horse here, running with the longest odds. Burnham Yard probably has the best odds, but they're looking at all of them. They're keeping all their options open right now. I still think it'll be a few more months before they pick a site, if they do pick a site.
All right, so there's a lot here. Okay, why is the Burnham Yard site the preferred site? Is that just because it's in the city of Denver? And then a second part. Okay, and then the second part is, when you said the Burnham Yard site, it was described to you as thorny. Correct me if I'm Gate site almost like kind of ready baked. Didn't they already prepare the land and everything for something to go there? So you have one site that's quote unquote thorny and another site that's like a take and bake pizza. It's already made. You just got to put in the oven type deal.
Well, the problem is the state of Colorado owns quite a bit of that site, but not all of it.
What site, Mike?
What's that?
What site?
Burnham Yard, I'm talking about.
Gotcha. Okay.
They have the state of Colorado has quite a few acres in the Burnham Yard site, but not all of it. And there's some private parcels, from what I understand, around there. You saw the reports from the Denver Post about water. They might have to displace the water, the city of Denver water headquarters. And the city of Denver water is looking at potential new sites where it can move it if something like that would occur. So, but there's a lot of individual. I think there's negotiations. There's multiple negotiations involved in the Burnham Yards site. There's only basically one negotiation with Lone Tree and one negotiation on a site with Aurora.
So then, Mike,
and that's why it's complicated at Burnham Yard, because let's say there's 50 parcels you have to buy up at Burnham Yard. It only takes a couple to say no and raise a stink, and then it delays everything. And so that's why they're considering all these other places, including where they're currently situated.
So then, Mike, the LLCs at the $150 million, what's going to happen with that? If someone like Great Pyramid decides they're not going to Burnham Yard, they're going to go somewhere else, So what's going to happen
Yeah.
with the $150 million? Because I feel like you put that type of money in, and that's a lot of money. I wish I had it. You put that type of money in because that's where you want to be.
My first thought, and the first thing I was told was you resell it. Walton Penners, they buy things for $150 and they sell for $175. They understand. They understand the whole game there.
Yeah.
They have made profits, and something they're, this part of it is something they're very good at. I mean, they've got a lot of real estate. They've got a lot of brick and mortar buildings with Walmart, so they do know how to do something like this. This is on a much grander scale, and the fact that they want a whole new mixed use redevelopment around it makes it a gargantuan task. But still, the bones of the transaction is something they're familiar with, and if they're buying it, you can always resell it. Someone's going to want it.
Yeah, Mike, and I just want to make one thing clear. It sounded like you said in passing there that they are negotiating with a site in Aurora. Is that do I have that right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about negotiating, if that's the proper term. They have met.
Okay. Do we know where
Yeah,
in Aurora?
They have met. I believe Aurora has put together, some ideas. I don't know. I'm not familiar with what was said in those meetings. So negotiations, I want to make sure I stop short there if that's what I said. But
Okay.
they have definitely met and talked with city officials.
Last question before we cut you loose. Do you think that we will have the news on the new Broncos Stadium before kickoff of the 2025 season?
I would say no. That seems a little soon. From what I understand, it might be now. It might come before the season ends, but I don't think before the start of the season. That would surprise me.
Mike, I have one football question for you. All right, this is
There
a
you
good
go.
one. He's happy. He's
I
excited.
prefer those.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you right here. You have Jahdae Barron and you have R.J. Harvey, and they have not signed their rookie deals. What's going on with that?
We got 2 minutes, Mike. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. But what's going on?
I don't think it's anything. I think once they decide to get her done, you've got. I really don't understand Barron because he's fully guaranteed no matter what. The second round, Harvey, is about the first two guys in the second round got fully guaranteed contracts, and that was unprecedented. Second rounders don't get all 4 years fully guaranteed. It happened this time. And so R.J. Harvey's agent naturally wants to see if he can get that. And the Broncos are saying, no, we don't want to set that precedent here. So that's what's happening with Harvey and Barron. But look, guys, it's still – these are going to get done. Everybody gets back from vacation, and they'll get it done when they get back from vacation.
Okay. All right. We will leave it there. Mike, we appreciate you so much. Great job on your report today, and we'll do this again next week.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. There he goes, Mike Klis. We have to we have to circle back to the stadium conversation because it's getting really, really interesting. This time last week, I just assumed that we were kind of trending towards a done deal. I don't think it's a done deal at all. I don't think it's a done deal at all.
$150 million, though, man. You would think they're getting close to it. And I know what you're saying. Like they have $80 billion. They're great investors. They flip things.
Yep.
And maybe I'm just like, man, I just want it to happen in Denver.
Sure. Well, he did say that's the preferred